Unit 1, Section 2. Use tools to practice constructing. This visual is a picture of all of the tools that you can use when you're doing constructing in geometry. So constructing is actually drawing some of the things that we've been talking about, like line segments and angles, etc. So these are all tools, and we're going to learn what their names are and what you do with them. It is a little tricky to do this virtually, but I have found some videos and I've included some links so that if you are doing it virtually, you're able to take advantage of those resources. So let's start with some vocabulary. So we begin with a straight edge. A straight edge is a tool that allows for a straight line. It is also used to measure. We have in the past called this a ruler. So that is one version of a straight edge, but there are several, and that's why we call it a straight edge instead of a ruler. A compass is a tool that allows a person to construct arcs, circles, and angles. It holds a pencil on one end and has a point on the other. So I'm going to go back and show you what the compass looks like. This here is the compass. Usually you would have a pencil on this end, and you would have this point. You put the point on the paper and hold this section here, and then you turn it around and you create the circle or the arc. A protractor. This tool measures angles. It is shaped like an arc, and it is labeled with degrees from 0 degrees to 180 degrees. Let's go back and look at the protractor. This is a protractor. It has this space in the middle so that when you are holding it, you are putting it down against a picture of an angle or a triangle, you're able to see the lines through the protractor, and that allows you to figure out what the degree of the angle is. All right, so a perpendicular is a vocabulary. That is not a tool. A perpendicular is a line that meets or bisects another line at 90 degrees. There is a symbol for this. The symbol for perpendicular is, it looks like an upside down T-chart. So that means that it's a perpendicular line. Parallel. Parallel is two lines that will never cross or intersect. So parallel lines, the symbol is this. Two lines that basically are running alongside each other. Think of it as a road, the two sides of a road, the two sides of a river. Those are always going to be parallel. And then bisect, divide a line into two equal parts. And that's sort of a similar drawing to the perpendicular, except that you might go ahead and do it across like that. Distance, the amount of space between 2 points. And an angle. When two rays, we call them sides when it's an angle, but those two rays connect at their end points to form a vertex. So you've got one ray doing this, here's its end point, and you've got another ray doing this. And this right here is called a vertex. That is the place where the two rays meet to form the angle. All right, so to truly understand geometry, you need to be able to construct the elements. We use a straight edge or ruler for this, as well as a compass and protractor. Using these tools, we will practice constructing some geometric terms. Let's do a small example. I'm going to use the straight edge and show you, but if you go onto this site, Geometry GeoGebra, you can construct a line segment or a line measuring these different measurements. But for now, I'm going to show you how we would do that. So we would use the straight edge. This says a line measuring 8 centimeters. This says a line. Well, if it's a line, we know that it has to have an arrow on this side, an arrow on this side, and we would draw it across. But wait a minute. We need to measure. Where is 8 centimeters? Well, when I look at my ruler, I see that 8 centimeters is here. So that means that I want my line to stop there, and I'm going to number it A, B. Got to bring this over, and then this is my B over here at 8 centimeters. So that's a line measuring 8 centimeters. Now we move it down, and we want a ray measuring 5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm going to start with my first point, which will be at the beginning here. And then I would draw the ray to 5 centimeters, which is right here. So I'm going to draw the ray here, and it's called BC. So there's our B, and here's our C, and we'll put the little point there. Okay? Remember, when you're labeling a ray, You don't really need to worry about it being exactly any right length because one side of it goes on forever. So as long as your 2 points BC, and that's what would be measuring the 5 centimeters. All right, so difficult for me to show this to you on the video, so I'm going to let you go and try some of these links. There's some videos here that tell you exactly how to do this, to draw a line that is perpendicular using a compass, if you have those tools. If you don't have those tools, then what you need to do is go to this site and practice doing it virtually. If you have the tools, that's the best strategy, but the site will help you do it virtually. And then I have an exit ticket for you to practice, either using the piece of paper, the compass, and the straight edge, or going to the site that will help you do it. Good luck.